On CrossroadsToday.com, an investigation is underway into a deadly shooting at a D-Max plant in Ohio. Authorities say one of the victims killed was targeted. And over 2,000 miles west of Ohio and Los Angeles, a man's body was found after several cars went up in flames in the back of a home. Investigators working to determine the cause of death and what started the blaze. And in Victoria, a man is in custody on assault charges after a dispute at a home. We have the details straight ahead.
And it's a nice looking morning out there. Already seeing the sunshine in the distance there. This is live view from Cuero ISD weather camera. A few high clouds in the distance as well. Rain chances in our forecast. Eventually they'll be here. We'll give you details coming up.
The Victoria East Titans are getting ready for the upcoming season. We hear from the new head coach in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Carolina Astrain.
I'm Trey Mining.
And today it's the 19th day of May 2023. The time is now just about 6:31 on your Friday morning. And today it is Endangered Species Day. So important to learn about those endangered species, Trey.
Absolutely. We need to protect those. We don't want them to go extinct.
Definitely. I can think of, I know there's threatened species as well.
Definitely.
That's why you can't eat or order marlin at a restaurant. Because it's a very coveted sports fish.
Good to know. Good to know. We got to protect those animals that are very important to us. We don't want them to go extinct. But the heat's not going extinct anytime soon around here.
Oh, no.
It's here to stay. It's definitely because we're transitioning into summertime with temperatures near 90 degrees for the daytime high today. Let's take a look at the nice view this morning once again from Cuero. Good morning, Cuero. Good morning, DeWitt County, with high clouds in the distance there, sun shining bright. And it's going to be a great day today, but a bit on the hot side though. So drink plenty of water, find some air conditioning is my advice. Temperature 71 degrees currently in Victoria, 9 mile visibility. Humidity just about saturated, 96%, and the relative humidity percentage. And looking like the radar scope is devoid of anything. That's false echo up here, flashing there just north of Katy. But for us around here, there'll be some rain chances beginning tomorrow. I'll tell you why here momentarily. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s along the immediate coast is typical of this type of morning and this time. 71 degrees in Victoria and 69, 72 degrees from Cuero area to Goliad to Beeville and Carn City, and also over there in the east from Wharton Ocampo down to Ganado and Victoria. And looking like the front to the north will still continue to bring some heavy rainfall with upper level disturbance from the Texas Panhandle towards St. Louis, Missouri into areas near Chicago. It'll be moving to the south. The front will, into a more drier atmosphere, don't have the dynamics for any real widespread rain with this front, but it'll bring a small rain chance with it coming up by your Saturday into Sunday. High pressure will ridge on in and give us good weather for the rest of the week. After that, with some high clouds still remaining with rain chances to our west. We'll give you the full forecast coming up a little bit later on this half hour so you can plan your weekend. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. At least one person is dead following a shooting at a D-Max plant in Ohio Thursday night. Calls came in shortly before 9 p.m. reporting an active shooter at the plant. Authorities say a man entered the plant and targeted one victim who was shot and pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities believe the suspect was hurt from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He was taken to the hospital. His condition is unknown at this time. At least one other person was taken to the hospital and is said to be suffering from non-life-threatening injuries. The incident is under investigation. A man is dead after 3 cars caught fire in the back of an LA home on Thursday. Firefighters found the man's body after the cars went up in flames at a California residence. The Los Angeles Fire Department says the fire spread to a 2-story home and briefly threatened surrounding properties. The fire broke out shortly after 1 p.m. with 50 firefighters putting it out in 52 minutes. No other injuries are reported and the victim was not immediately identified. Authorities are investigating the cause of the blaze. A man is in custody on charges related to an assault at a Victoria home Sunday night. The reported assault happened in the 1400 block of Melrose Avenue. It's unclear at this time, but it appears the suspect, 35-year-old Juan Torres of Victoria, was involved with an altercation with the mother of his child. After the assault, authorities say Torres left the home with their 1-year-old daughter. They were later found in the 4300 block of Halsey Street. Torres was taken into custody, but not after an incident with police. Police say Torres was tasered before he was ultimately taken down. The child was safely returned to the mother. Torres faces 8 charges this morning related to the assault. Southern Rock Energy Partners and Prairie Energy Partners have pulled out of investment talks with Victoria County. The companies were in negotiation to build a $5.56 billion refinery that would have led to more than 400 jobs and an estimated $18 billion economic impact to the state over the first decade. The companies say they were unnecessary, costly, and avoidable bureaucratic delays, but they were unable to secure satisfactory tax abatements, economic incentives, and site control with the Victoria Economic Development Corporation, Victoria County, the Victoria College, and the Navigation District. Southern Rock and Prairie Energy will now focus on locations in Oklahoma. And here's the timeline of the events. Early and premature discussions started in April of 2017 with a time lapse until 2021 when discussions resumed. Discussions and communication deteriorated in March of 2023 and ended just last month. The company says the facility was projected to pay an estimated $300 million of direct taxes over 30 years. Prairie Energy would have covered all associated costs for the infrastructure improvements. If going out on the water is in your weekend plans, here's a look at what you can expect to catch with Sports Director Gino Perez.
Grab your poles, Crossroads, it's time to go fishing. Ahead of the Warriors Weekend Fishing Tournament, let's look at how the bite is going to be. Down in East and West Matagorda Bays, the fishing is slow to fair, but waiting is best. In Port O'Connor, trout are good in the surf on Croaker. Bull redfish are at the jetties. And lastly, in Rockport, redfish are good in 2 feet of water on grass flats. Trout are good in 2 to 4 feet of water on grass flats as well. Good luck and be safe out there. That's your 25 Sports Now fishing report.
Thank you, Gino. The time is now 6:36 on your Friday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up on 25 News Now Sunrise. The Salvation Army Life Enrichment Center coming to the Crossroads.
Progress in ongoing debt ceiling talks, but could a potential deal face resistance on Capitol Hill? I'm ABC's Justin Finch with more from Washington.
And on the outside, a few high clouds in around the region today. Otherwise, sunny skies, pretty much wall-to-wall sunshine today, and hot temperatures. What about your weekend? We'll take a look coming up.
Here's a look at what's coming up on Community Crossroads. We hear from a local author, we also hear from the Salvation Army of Victoria, and we also hear from the municipal judge for the City of Victoria.
We've created some new programs, and one of the programs we've created is what I call our outreach docket. And so we don't hold court in the traditional courtroom. We hold court with some of our partners in the community.
Howdy, Crossroads.
Good morning, and we made it to Friday. Yay about that. It's going to be rather nice in Port Lavaca today. 7 a.m., 71 degrees, sunny skies. the noontime hour, lunchtime 85 degrees, nearing 90 or maybe nearing the 91 degree mark coming up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Will be a daytime high today. Hot day in store for us. Rain chances pretty much at 0 for today. Small chance begins on your Saturday as the front comes on through, maybe lingering into Sunday, so the amounts will be well less than a tenth of an inch more than likely. Maybe a 1 or 2 lucky areas, may get a half an inch or 3/4 of an inch or maybe a 1/4 of an inch, depending on where you are. This model is isolating on the Beeville area, but it could be anywhere across the region. So small rain chances coming up for your day on Saturday and Sunday as the front moves on through, and then we'll keep the hot temperatures in pretty much for the week. How's it looking exactly? What are the rain percentages, by the way? I didn't mention that, but I will coming up, and then we'll take a look at the full 7-day outlook before we go this half hour. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. Area teams are gearing up for the upcoming football season. The East Titans say they're entering a new era under a new head coach. We hear from him in sports.
Howdy, Crossroads. The Victoria East Titans welcomed in the new era of football under head coach Charlie Reeve. Of course, the game didn't count on their record, and Coach Reeve wanted to focus on a few things in this spring game.
It's been a good 4 months. Spring ball, we've accomplished the goals that we want to accomplish. Number one is learn offense and defensive schemes. Number two is identify the guys that, what are our strengths, what are our weaknesses, and then number three is learning how to practice.
The East Titans spring training comes to an end, and the summer workouts are about to begin. The UHV Jaguars are back from Mississippi after a historic season, and the team was welcomed by Jags fans and parents, as well as Jax the Jaguar. The bus rolled in around 6:30 yesterday to signs, bells, and cheers. The support for the Jags has been fantastic under first-year head coach Jonathan Stavanoa, who is overwhelmed by the community.
To have that support, not only up there in Mississippi, but, back here at home in Victoria, Texas, is huge, and we feel the love, and we're grateful for it.
The Jags are also home to many athletes who are not from this country and have made Victoria their new home, which makes the support that much more special. That's your 25 Sports Now.
All right, thank you, Gino. Okay, we want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple, Android, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. This morning, President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy are signaling that they're finding common ground in debt ceiling negotiations. Their headway comes just 13 days away from a possible default on June 1st. As high-level talks continue, there are signs their deal could face hurdles in Congress.
President Biden keeping tabs on debt ceiling talks all the way from the G7 summit in Japan.
I'm confident that we'll get the agreement on the budget, that America will not default.
The White House going on to say President Biden directed his team to continue pressing forward for a bipartisan agreement, and he remains confident that Congress will take necessary action to avoid default. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy also sounding more upbeat.
Where we were a week ago and where we are today is a much better place.
But on Capitol Hill, concerns that progress could hit another roadblock. The Republican House Freedom Caucus now wants debt ceiling talks suspended until the Senate passes the GOP-passed House debt ceiling bill. That legislation calls for nearly $5 trillion in spending cuts before raising the debt ceiling.
We've made good progress this week, but the work continues. No one will get everything they want.
In the Senate, some in the president's own party are pressuring him to invoke the 14th Amendment to raise the debt ceiling without congressional approval.
I have confidence and faith in the president in these negotiations, but I do not have faith in Speaker McCarthy and right-wing Republican House members.
The president says he's considered the 14th Amendment option, but knows it could invite a slew of legal challenges, while the country would still have no agreed upon means to guarantee all of its debts are being paid. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
That leads us to your viewer poll. Who is to blame for the need to raise the debt limit? The current president, former presidents, or Congress? Let's take a look. Okay, a bulk of you are saying the current president is to blame. That's 53% of you. And 34% of you say Congress is to blame. And 13% of you are blaming former presidents. So that would be like former President Donald Trump or even President Obama. All right, you can scan the QR code right there on your screen to take part in our viewer poll. A Salvation Army Life Enrichment Center is coming to the Crossroads. A community grant to bring the new facility was approved yesterday by the City of Victoria. The Salvation Army says the goal of the center is reconciliation, restoration, and resolution. The new center will be at 1302 North Lewis Street. The facility plans to work directly with the less fortunate. Construction begins June 1st, and the Salvation Army plans to open in the beginning of October. The time is now 6:45 on your Friday morning. Still to come, we'll meet your pet of the week. Time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy birthday to Johnny. Happy birthday, babe. The kids and I love you so much. Hope you have a wonderful day.
And happy birthday to Roger. Love your family, Pearl and Luke.
And happy birthday to Rose. We are truly blessed to be able to call you Mom. We love you and hope that you have the best day. Love you, Vince, Pearl, Roger, and Luke.
And the happiest of birthdays to Sam Smith. The Oscar and Grammy-winning singer is 31 today. See your birthday wish live on 25 News Now Sunrise. Come to crossroadstoday.com. And what you need to do, of course, is click on the More and under Home. You'll see the KVU Submit Your Birthday.
All right, the time is now 6:46 on your Friday morning. Happy birthday if you're celebrating one today or maybe even this weekend. We'll be right back.
Good morning and happy Friday. Trey Mining here, and pretty quiet on the outside in the Crossroads this morning. A few high clouds pushing on through. No rain as of yet. Maintaining a dry but hot pattern for the day again today. The future tracker verifying that. A lot of sunshine today, wall-to-wall sunshine, a few high clouds from time to time. And then we'll have a rain chance coming in for your Saturday and into your Sunday, courtesy of a front moving on through. There it is right there. So we'll keep a slight chance of rain in for both days. Better rain chance to the north of I-10 to the west of I-37. 90 degrees today in the area. Sunny skies and hot. Overnight lows will be, well, not really too low at all, near 70 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Introducing that rain chance for your day tomorrow, 20% chances with highs near 90 degrees, partly cloudy skies, isolated rain shower here and there. And we look at the forecast coming up, highs near 90 degrees today tomorrow, and rain chances Saturday, Sunday, a little bit cooler, just a touch, 80s for most of next week.
Today is Friday, so that means it is time for Pet of the Week, a segment that highlights a shelter pet in the Crossroads looking for its forever home. Today, I am at Pet Adoptions of Cuero, located at 407 U.S. Highway 183 South. I am here covering not one pet, but two pets, and I'm here with Annie as well. This is Nemo, and this is Carter. Annie, what can you tell us about both these puppies?
They are very energetic, fun, and they would make a very good family pet.
Thank you, Annie. And how old are they?
4 months.
4 months? Wow, so they're puppies. That means they're very playful. They love kisses. They love to cuddle. They love to play. So also, Annie, what can you tell us about the other pets that are available for adoption here?
We have 16 puppies.
Mm-hmm.
We have kitties, grown-up cats, adult dogs, puppies.
Wow, so many fur babies that need loving, that need families, that need you to come play with them. Pet Adoptions of Cuero also needs volunteers. You can bring your families out here. You can bring your family dog out here to play with the other pets, see if they match, see if you match, and if you want to take one home and make them your forever fur baby. Thank you, Annie, and thank you, Nemo and Carter, for being here with me today. Like I said, I am here at Pet Adoptions of Cuero, located at 407 U.S. Highway 183 South. If you want to make these fur babies your forever fur baby, head on over here, meet them, play with them, and see if you want to take them home with you. I'm Jennifer Flores with 25 News Now. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Jennifer. Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky plans to appear in person at this weekend's G7 summit in Japan. Today's question of the day. Today we want to know the average woman will purchase 469 of these in their lifetime. What is it? Wow,
That's a lot.
It's a lot, Trey. Let's see. Okay, we got some new guesses. It's not just purses versus shoes now, Trey.
Okay.
Now we've got sunglasses
we've expanded.
entering the arena, and then we've also got, let's see, bed sheets. I'd like a new set of bed sheets myself. And let's see, toothbrushes, but that's not exclusive to women.
Right.
All right, Trey, and I think that's about it. So we've got shoes, purses, toothbrushes, bed sheets, sunglasses. That's about it, Trey.
All right, very good. Thank you for chiming in to the question of the day. Appreciate that. Ready for the answer? The answer is shoes, pairs of shoes.
Pairs of shoes. I can already see that clearance sale.
There you go. Yes, take advantage of that. Thanks for answering the question of the day. Stay tuned for Monday for another great question of the day to get you going for your Monday.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky plans to appear in person at this weekend's G7 summit in Japan. Leaders declined to say exactly when Zelensky would arrive or detail his travel arrangements. He has increased travel outside his country as the war with Russia drags on. The long trip from Ukraine to Hiroshima, where leaders from the world's most powerful democracies are gathering, underscores Zelensky's desire to strengthen support. It comes as Ukraine prepares for a counteroffensive using billions of dollars in Western military aid. This as the U.S. financial system remains under a looming default on U.S. debt. And here are the current river flood warnings posted for the Crossroads from the National Weather Service. In Victoria County, a river flood warning in effect until this afternoon for the Guadalupe River at Victoria. And in Victoria and Calhoun counties, a river flood warning is in effect until further notice for the Guadalupe River near Bloomington. And in DeWitt County, a river flood warning is in effect until early Saturday morning for Sandy's Creek near Westoff. Victoria Parks and Recreation has reopened some areas in and around Riverside Park as the Guadalupe River begins to return to its normal level. Red River and Bluff Streets are reopened, along with the RV Park and McCright Drive between the Memorial Rose Garden and Riverside Golf Course. Tomorrow at noon, there's a memorial service for the 19 undocumented immigrants killed on May 14, 2003. The service will be at the Fleming Prairie Road intersection with U.S. Highway 77. That's where 19 undocumented immigrants died 20 years ago last Sunday. The victims died inside the back of a hot-packed tractor trailer. A total of 70 people were inside the truck, which reached 173 degrees. A 5-year-old boy was among the dead. Peace Officers Memorial Week was proclaimed by Victoria leaders Thursday morning at De Leon Plaza. Deputies and officers as well as community members gathered for the memorial. The names of the fallen officers were read from the gazebo. Peace Officers Memorial Week serves as a way to honor those who have given their lives in the line of duty. This week is also National Police Week, and next week is National EMS Week. Join us Monday, June 5th. for Storm Prep 2023 at 6:30 p.m. The show airs right here on KVU TV. Meet the family whose ancestors were displaced in the Indianola storm of 1875. They now live in Cuero, and the home that survived the storm is still standing. We hope that you'll join us. All right, and we want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Enter TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. And we do have time for a final check of our forecast with First Warn Storm Team Meteorologist Trey Mining. Trey? And
thank you so much, Carolina. Let's take a look at the outside. A lot of sunshine today, a few high clouds from time to time, that's all. And that's verified by looking at the future tracker we see here and keeping it on the hot side today with highs near 90 degrees with abundant sunshine to enjoy. And we're seeing some rain coming down from the north. This is along a frontal boundary pushing through on Saturday into Sunday, which will bring us some rain chances, not anything too widespread, but at least some's in the forecast. So I'll let you know about that now. 90 degrees today. Southeasterly winds near 10 miles per hour. Sunny skies and hot, keeping it on the dry side. Overnight lows will be about 70 degrees or so, partly cloudy skies. And for your day tomorrow, you're inducing that rain chance, still hot near 9 degrees. I say rain shower here and there. The further west you go, the further north you go, during the morning hours especially, a better chance of rain will be. And there's the rain chances for Saturday, Sunday. And keeping it in the 80s to near 9 degrees by the end of the week. Lows near 70. Make it a great weekend, everybody, and stay cool. Carolina?
Thank you so much, Trey, and thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful Friday and start to your weekend. Come to crossroadstoday.com for more local news, weather, and sports. And join James, Don, Maclovio, Karina, and Gino today for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10. Don't forget to plan that pizza party.